Hi guys, welcome to Strictly Marketing. And today we're going to talk about Facebook advertising, and we're going to talk about advertising something besides listings. I know that most of you are probably familiar with Social Ad Engine and the advertising options that we have on DeltaNet, but this is Facebook advertising through your own individual business account on Facebook. And so a lot of times you're going to want to advertise something that's maybe just your brand awareness for you, or you're advertising an event, or you're advertising something besides a listing. And we want to make sure that you understand your options and what's available through Facebook and Instagram. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my screen sharing going here, and we're going to make sure that we go right into the correct screen. Boom. And share. Okay, now we're going to go over to my Facebook account. So this is what your Facebook account looks like. Most of you are familiar with this. If you go down to underneath your profile on the left-hand side and you go down to the See More button, you click on that, you can scroll down to where it says Ads. You're going to want to click on Ads, okay? Now, one of the things that's going to be really important is that if you're going to be advertising, you want to have some place to send people with your ad. So we're going to click on Get More Website Visitors. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to take them directly to just your homepage on your website. This can be a landing page that's been developed for you or that you've done yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on that, and we're going to go into the ad creative. Now, the ad creative is really important because this is what's going to get people's attention. They're going to see the image and then the description, and they're going to pay attention to the headline. So you want to make sure that all three of those things coincide with what they're going to see on the landing page. I don't want to get into too many details on this because we don't really have the time, but we do have a digital marketing workshop that we've been doing for some of the branches, and we'll be more than happy to do it at your branch. If you're interested, please contact your office manager or your branch manager and have them get in touch with me, and we'll get a time set up and go through a whole digital marketing workshop. But this is a really nice opportunity for you to go in and continue to build your brand awareness, or continue, messaging on, a certain type of property that you specialize in, or messaging on an event that you're doing. There's all kinds of different things that you can advertise here, but we'll go through some of the key points real quick. So in the description, you're gonna put in something interesting. You want to give them just enough information to get them interested, but not too much information. So what we're advertising today is a really unique property in Bend, Oregon. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about that and just try and get enough information in there to get their interest peaked. So you can see my terrible typing here. Sorry, guys. Whoops, I don't know what happened there. Over 300 pristine acres. That can be yours. Boom. Okay, so then we're going to get into the ad visuals, or the image, and I have an image that I've already uploaded. Now, the new image size for Facebook on their social media advertising, one of their recommended sizes is 1200 by 648, which is what we're going to do. So 1200 pixels by 648 pixels. Now, it looks a little bit funky in this image window. I don't know why they scale it the way that they do, but you can see over here there's an ad preview, and this is what it's going to look like in my newsfeed. Now, if you click on this button up here, you can see all the previews. And so this takes a minute to load, but once this loads, it'll show you all the different previews of how your ad's going to be displayed on different devices, on different areas, on Facebook and on Instagram. Okay? So I'm going to close out of the ad previews because it takes a little while to load. And then I'm going to put in my headline, and it's going to be Central Oregon. Whoops. How about if I spell things correctly here? Central Oregon Retreat. And the button label is going to be learn more. Now there's a lot of options on the button label. Sign up, request time. I think request time is kind of cool. I think learn more is probably the easiest one to use because you're really just trying to push them over to the landing page that you have. Now we've already built a landing page for this property. So we're going to put in the URL for that landing page. So when they click on this ad, they're going to go to this landing page here, which is going to give them more information about what was talked about in the ad, which is a really important part of this. Okay, so then down here, we're going to get into these areas, and this is what you really need to pay attention to. We are in a special ad category, okay, because it's housing, it's real estate, so there's certain rules that apply because of the Fair Housing Act. So we're going to go down and we're going to select housing, all right? And as you select housing, you'll see that your options here become somewhat limited. Now, there are quite a few more options than there used to be, so it's kind of nice. But so for right now, we're going to go in and click this audience details, and this is where we set up our targeting. So our audience details. So you basically are going to have all age, genders, you know, sizes and shapes of people. You're not allowed to really restrict based on who the individuals are. You can only target based on location and interests. Okay, so our location, we're going to click on the location. We're doing Seattle within plus or minus 15 miles, and then we're also going to select San Francisco because I think that there are going to be some people in San Francisco that probably have a desire to find their own little oasis out in the middle of Central Oregon. So we're gonna hope like heck that works. Okay, so we're gonna save that audience as well. Whoops, sorry about that. I hit the wrong button there. Let's go back in here. I want to hit the edit because I also want to show you the interest categories. Okay, so now we have two areas located, and then on the detailed targeting, you can hit this browse button. And basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to select interests that people have, okay? So accounting, acting, advertising, those things aren't really interests that I think that people that are looking for property in Central Oregon are be interested in. Now, who would be interested in agriculture in, you know, in the two big cities that we've selected, Seattle and San Francisco? Well, it could be somebody that's looking to get into the cannabis industry. So that may not be a bad person to select. We might want to select people that are into investment and technology because those are both people that we feel probably have a fairly high net worth, and it's going to take somebody with some means to be able to purchase this property. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the investment area here. If I can ever get to it. Okay, here we go. So we're going to select all of these categories, and then we're going to go down and see if they have a technology category that we can select. No technology category in here. Okay, so then we'll go back to selecting land, and then we're gonna be done. We don't want to get too broad on these selections and try and select everything, because the more of these you select, the more you water down your ad and who you're serving those ads to. All right, let me get to land here. Doggone it. All right, there we go. All right. So that's our detailed targeting, and we are going to confirm. Okay. Now the audience details have been selected and we should be good to go. Now duration. Two things about duration. If you're running ads for an event or for a property, your duration is probably going to be a little bit less from a time frame standpoint, but you're probably going to want to spend more money. Now, if you're doing brand advertising and brand awareness for yourself, you may want to run less money. So you're going to spend less money per day, but you may want to run it for extended periods of time. You may want to run it for 30, 60, 90 days at a time. And that's pretty much the long and short of it in regards to, your duration and budget. So you can set your own budget. I don't know that you really want to get into trying to set a budget at 50 cents a day, because I don't know how effective that's actually going to be. But if I'm running this ad for 5 days and I'm spending $5 a day, they're estimating that we're going to reach 574 to 1.7 thousand people. Okay. And that's based on all the other information that we input above. This is going to be advertised on Facebook Messenger and Instagram. And we do not have a pixel. Now, if you want to get a pixel and you want to if you're running extended ad campaigns and you want to do a pixel, which I would suggest is a really good idea, you're going to want to get that pixel set up. And that's something that we can cover at another time, or you can get in touch with marketing support at CB Bain and we'll help you do that. Then you select your payment information, put in your payment credit card information, and you hit promote now, and bam, you're off to the races. So that is really how simple it is. Obviously, it can be as complex as you want it to be, depending on how you want to run your ads and how you want to set up your landing pages. But that's a pretty good overview of how Facebook advertising would work if you do it yourself without going through Social Ad Engine or some of the other options that we provide. So hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. See you later.